Good morning, everybody. Jayy here with another War of the Visions weekly video. This is episode number 3. We've got news. We've got an interview with the PvP live PvP master, danylboone. We've got some stone throw of the week highlight reel plays from Mont. Y'all don't need to see more Yuna. You know what she does. Let's see what Mont does today, though. And we have an updated tier list featuring some EX jobs for the first time. So let's get to it. Okay, so we're going to lead this one off with the news like usual, and we do have some important news today. We're in the middle of the Final Fantasy X event, the anniversary, all of that, but we're actually going to lead it off with the Final Fantasy X universe news, and basically we cleared the quest like 1.3 million times, so way to go everybody. We hit our numbers, right? We're going to get good rewards for this. Those rewards specifically are a Fina and Mashari mobile wallpaper, 6,700 Visior, which is nice, right in the middle of the collaboration that we're in. We're going to get MR plus guaranteed unit summon ticket A ×1 and a UR guaranteed summon ticket A ×2. Really nice prizes. Way to go, everybody, on earning those rewards. Now, speaking of the Final Fantasy X campaign, we are getting my most hyped unit from this campaign, and that is Auronnj, the dude I'm named after. Special announcement here, Pole Wars with Dr. Diggs tomorrow, me versus him, and he's going down. So I'm getting my Auronnj. He's fighting on my home turf here, you guys. He's going down. But yeah, he's coming out, as well as both of Tidus's vision cards. And he's also getting his EX job right away like we expected. Now, other hype news, big day for me tomorrow. Aileen and Jayy getting their EX jobs tomorrow. We knew these were like the second round of EX jobs. We did not necessarily expect them to get them week 2. So I have 2 120 units to work on this coming week with Aileen and Auronnj. Ooh, oh, Gumi, why you gotta do this to me? Okay, let's continue on. Okay, speaking of those new units and all of that, right? So we are also getting Auronnj's sword. Yeah, that's on the bottom there. It's an EX quest, and you guys, if you're playing Auronnj, you need this sword. It has the ice attack plus 30, the slash attack plus 15. It's like Victora's spear. If you use Victora, like, she kind of needs that spear to unlock her full damage. Auronnj kind of needs his sword to unlock his full damage. He's going to be a monster with that sword. We are also getting 2 different login bonuses again, one of which comes with the MR Tidus vision card for free. Now, I'm unsure right now if we're going to get like a bingo board to max that thing out, or if we'll have to like find the shards. I'm really hoping for the bingo board. I'm hoping it's just a complete hookup, because after the first week of pounding we took from these banners, we kind of need a hookup. We're also getting some Auronnj shards on there, 40 shards twice, so that's 2 free dupes at Auronnj. I like that. And then the other anniversary login bonus campaign is, more tickets, more Visior, and some really good prizes with some like MR eggs, large energy pots, etc. So good login bonuses and Auronnj's sword. So make sure and do those. Now, we're going to have a really busy week because we also are getting the Final Fantasy X collaboration Trials of Reckoning. This is against the boss Yuna. She's Ice Element. I'm sorry, she's Wind Element. Yes, Wind Element. So, Ice unit characters, particularly effective. Auronnj, Gilgamesh, Laswell, those guys. The bonus units for this are Tidus, Yuna, and Auronnj at XL. Jayy, Glaciella, Laswell at large. Grace and Nasha at medium. And as always, Mont Leonis at small. Now, there's also bonus vision cards for this one. And basically, if you hit it on the last banner, you're going to get the XL bonus from Bahamut. The Tidus's UR vision card, Suteki Dane. I tried. I gave it a shot. That card, also an XL bonus. His MR card, which we're getting for free, is a large bonus. And then Fenrir's a medium with Vow, Frozen Wing Glacial, Defying Curse Marlborough, and Beloved Sidekick Chocobo, all being small. So these things stack for these. You can really ramp up your score if you can fit multiple of all of these bonuses into the group and beat the boss. So, if you've been hitting it on the banners, you're going to be in good shape. If you haven't, bring out your Gilgameshes, your Laswells, whatever you have to like pair with Auronnj if you have them, or go for like water chaining with Tidus. There's some JP videos out of JP players beating this boss and getting like tons of points. I'll of course be doing this this, and I'll release videos of myself doing it, probably in multiple different ways. Try and help you guys out with some videos there. The prize from this, by the way, is Titus's necklace, which is a very, very powerful accessory with a lot of spirit and magic resist on it. So an accessory with magic resist passive, super good. It can get a lot of spirit. You're going to want to farm that thing and get it to +5. Okay, that's it for the news section this week. We have Danyl Boone on for a live PvP interview. Let's go to that next. Okay, everybody, it's time for the weekly interview segment of War of the Visions Weekly, and our special guest this week is the one and only Danyl Boone. Danyl, how you doing today?
Hey, feeling great, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Now, if you guys don't know who Danyl Boone is, he runs the live PvP Discord for War of the Visions. There's a link to that in the description, so go check that out if you have like any inkling towards live PvP, because it's one of those things, once you get into it, it's amazing, it's addictive, and they know everything about it at that Discord. He's also a Twitch streamer. His Twitch chat is on the screen right now. So, welcome in, Danyl. I got a couple questions for you today.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it. We're going to focus on live PvP because that's like your forte. You're the guy. So, first question, I think this was on a lot of people's minds. How do you feel about Class Match being released on the first week of the Final Fantasy X anniversary event?
I have feelings about it. So for anybody who doesn't know, Prodigy, Lock D, and I are Prodigy has a PvP podcast, and so I mentioned that because we've been anticipating like when the March class match was going to be released, and we were really hoping it was going to be the week before the anniversary, because it was, I'm sure everybody noticed, like, it was a slow week, it was like, it was going to be perfect for class match, right? But then we didn't get it, and we're like, oh man, are we getting it like the week of the anniversary and the Final Fantasy X banner and like everything that we're expecting with that? And then we got it, and it was like, who has time for all of this stuff? It's just like so much to try to like fit into your limited available time to play the game. So yeah, it's been crunch time in a way that we haven't really seen in previous class matches.
Well, and we had to learn a new map for this one, and this map has not been easy to learn, I would say.
People are going to be looking at like the Esper battles, the maps differently. Like, hey, I remember my team getting owned in that map.
I remember starting 7 years away from the enemy team and getting kited. Okay, so that brings me to my next question, right? Live PvP, kind of like I mentioned, it feels like this thing that some people are scared to get into because they view it as this like difficult thing, and maybe they don't like that. How do you feel overall about like the health of live PvP in this game, and I guess the state of live PvP in this game?
Man, I could talk for hours about this. That's a great question, honestly. Thanks. I'll try to sum it up, I guess. For me, I feel like, how do we describe the state of live PvP right now? I feel like the state of live PvP, it depends on its players, like the people that keep it alive, that whoever you're matching up against, there's different time zones that people play in, and like different times of the day, and it used to be dependent on your rank, like how long it might take you to find a match, dependent on who else is looking at the time. But now it's like, who knows what the parameters are for that?
Right, I have no idea.
We know that like there's not like a majority of the population that's super interested in live PvP, so there's all these. The live PvP community though is welcoming. They're knowledgeable, and they just really want to help you be the best at your live PvP game, and to help you make those steps and to practice and to get better. So it may seem like this monster at first, but really it's like Monsters Inc. or whatever. Like, the monsters are the good guys.
Yeah, like there's some monsters out there, but they really just want you to become a monster too and be their friend.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, that's good.
You can't expect to jump into a sport or jump into weightlifting or something and be I don't know, like super bulky or like, paid millions of dollars or whatever for it. It's about the incremental progress. That's really, I don't know if people really consider that part.
Well, and that's a good point, because I feel like a lot of people complain about the AI in this game. But then when given the chance to not rely on the AI, they're like, no, the AI is good.
Yeah, I don't understand. And like, and then people, did you know that people are actually like cussing out like manual PvP? Like, they're like, yeah, your team looks great and it's like double quicken or whatever, but like, please hurry up because I don't have time for this. And like class match or even free match, and it's like, but you're in the mode that it's basically all for
well,
that.
And you
so
can click
I don't
auto,
that.
by the way. Like if you don't want to deal with it, just hit auto and let the other person beat you. So
you used to be able to, but now that they have this new update where like you can't switch between auto and manual now,
right?
Even default. So
that's right.
That's kind of annoying, but
well,
it helps the auto PvPers.
It does. It does. Okay, so what would you say that like? So right now the state of live PvP is that there's this healthy community that's like open to accepting new people. It's fun. Like I could vouch for live PvP being fun. I like to do it too. So what is kind of like your vision for the future of live PvP in this game, especially considering we just got the spectate ability added?
Man, that the spectate ability just in itself is just it seems like this heart transplant operation that's like beating like new life into the community just for the prospect itself, like content creation wise, like running tournaments, being a part of tournaments, like running PvP streams. Like my stream is all about providing a platform for people to practice and get better, and like up to this point it's been like, yeah, you have to fight against me because like unless somebody else in stream is going to provide like a password into their match, but like you won't get me as the streamer like to have that kind of perspective and to help or whatever. So now that I can spectate other people, it's just it's a whole nother ball game at this point. And not to mention for tournaments, for shoutcasting, which is what I've been looking forward to get into since like last June. Like literally since the first month I've been streaming, I was like, I want to be a shoutcaster on PvP. And so finally being able to spectate and to be able to do that for other people's matches is just huge. So I'm basically getting to the point, I'm really excited about the future and what it might entail for not just the community, but for content creation in general for the mode.
Nice. Okay, so if people, and one more time, so we're going to have to wrap this up. If people want to learn how to be better at live PvP, you would suggest to, 1, go to the live PvP Discord down in the description, and 2, stop by your stream, which I'll put back on the screen here. When do you typically stream?
That's a good question. I wasn't really trying to plug my stream too much. People get that impression. I'm going to university right now for like space science. So I don't really have much chance to stream as much as I used to. Like last summer, for instance, like during the everybody was stuck at home. People obviously still are, but now that I'm back in school. I try to stream like maybe once a week, maybe once every couple weeks. I can't put in the time really that I used to, but I'm really hoping to maybe stream more often during the summer. Nice. But there's other content like creators for PvP that stream. If you join the Discord, you're going to be able to see more of those. And there's tournaments coming, so just keep a weather eye on the horizon for that kind of thing.
Nice. Okay, and we will plug the. I'll add a link to the tournament that's actually about to go on with Longtime Twitch, who runs live PvP tournaments. I'll put a link to that in the description as well. Okay.
Anniversary Cup.
Anniversary Cup. Let's go. Thank you, Danyl, for joining the video today. Do you have any closing remarks?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you very much for the opportunity. I just want I guess my closing remark is that like we're basically in a fight to keep the live PvP mode of the game alive. Like we've seen like over on the JP side of things, it looks like they're moving more and more towards like auto PvP, and that's great for people that like they're casual or they don't have enough time to really put in the effort for live PvP or whatever. But for those of us in the live PvP community, it's like we're fighting to keep it alive. So if you guys want to be a part of that, or if you're interested in like shoutcasted videos or tournament matches or whatever, like please give it a shot, and yeah, we'll see how it goes from there.
Keep live PvP alive. That is the message. All right. Well, guys, we're going to move on to the next segment. Thank you, Danyl, for coming, and let's go.
Yep. See you later.
Okay. Now it's time for one of my personal favorite parts of this show every week, and that is the PvP highlight of the week. And you see we have a about top 200 arena match here. And we have Mako taking on Imachi. Now, Mako running a missile team. Now, notice something about this missile team. That looks like an EX 120 Mont to me. Is this a stone throw team? You guys, spoiler alert, I think this is a stone throw team. Actually, I've seen the video, so it's a stone throw team. But it's actually a missile team. So 2 missile units in Mont. Basically, we're going to see the power of 120 EX Mont's new boulder chuck. So let's see how this goes. There's AP restore from Agrius, pretty normal. Missile attack up from Frederica. Mont doing those curls, doing those tricep extensions, getting his shoulder, his arm in shape, ready for the throws. And yeah, he was ready. He was ready. Let's back that up. Let's back that up. That was highlight reel stuff. Mont jumps on top of the mountain. 5,280 damage throw onto the Winter Venera right there. That's a one-shot by Mont. The meme is now the dream. Now, meanwhile, Luartha kills Agrius, and Mont says, I got another 5,000 damage for you, Dwayne. And that is 2 kills for the MR Stone Throwing Champion of the week. That's Mont, and that's our highlight of the week. Okay, let's hit the tier list. Okay, we're on to the last segment of the video. That's going to be the tier list. On the screen right now, you see last week's tier list. Now, with the exception of the EX jobs, I'm not going to move any of these non-limited units around yet. I think the meta hasn't shifted dramatically from last week, and I still feel pretty comfortable with most of these rankings. Except that we have EX jobs to consider now. And I've seen really strong evidence for Rob and Stern to maybe bump up on this list because, well, I actually saw 120 Rob and 120 Stern doing things in videos that people have sent me, etc. So I'm going to ask, if you have videos of 120 Oldoa or 120 King Eldy, please send those in to me, because I would love to consider bumping those 2 units up on the tier list. But for right now, I just have no evidence. So let's go ahead and look at this week's tier list. Notice 2 things. 1, Rob and Stern from C to B. Regular Stern hits like a truck now, and he can even survive some damage. Which, if you're a regular Stern player, you're like, what? Stern surviving getting hit? That's insane! Because he always died in 1 shot before. He has more HP now, and sometimes he lives. And he puts out enough damage that, hey, he deserves a B tier slot, at least for now. Rob, very good evasion unit now, who's going to get stronger when his vision card comes out. King Rob might have A tier potential once that VC comes out. I don't know. I'll need to see it. I'll need to see it live in a global meta. But for now, I'm going to put him at B. And so that's a nice upgrade for both of them. For King LD and Oldoa, they're just chilling down there in C. I need to see more of that. Notice that Aileen and Jayy are getting EX jobs this Wednesday, so they might also get a chance to bump up the tier list, and I would love to bump Aileen up the tier list, but I'll be providing my own evidence for Aileen, so y'all don't have to worry about sending videos of that. Unless you just love her, send the videos then. Other than that, I am finished with my limited unit tier list. I'm editing that video. It's going to come out very soon. And once that does, we'll start integrating the limited units into our weekly tier list. But I'm going to have to redo the whole structure of this because we're going to run out of room. So I'll figure that out for the next week's video, and yeah, we'll go from there. And that's it. Okay, thank you guys for watching this weekly video. If you have any inkling towards live PvP, I really do encourage you to check out Danyl Boone's live PvP server. The people over there are super welcoming and super knowledgeable about all things PvP in this game. So check that out if you want to. Like always, if you're going to be spending in this game, I highly encourage using Amazon coins. And if you're going to use Amazon coins, please do consider using my Amazon coin affiliate link. It helps me out and this channel out a ton. And that's it, y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Later.